New information about the outbreak is coming in fast as state officials just revealed the number of cases in California has risen to 69.
Among them, another medical screener at LAX has come down with the virus. KCAL 9's Dave Lopez is live at LAX with what is being done there to calm travelers' concerns. Dave?
Well, they say they're doing everything they can, adding extra dispensaries for washing, their hand sanitizers, signs going up. They could not specifically ask the question what they're doing specifically with the screeners because that falls under the jurisdiction of the CDC. They did say that 8 passengers since this outbreak occurred have been taken into isolation after they were first tested at LAX, 8 of those, but they could not give any other details. As for the LA cases, well, we went to the headquarters of the health department for that answer.
All of our LA County cases people who were traveling are all now tested and they're all positive. They are all isolated.
And one of the 2 new cases announced today is an LAX screener. That makes 2 screeners at LAX that have tested positive. How do the TSA workers get exposed to this? Aren't they protected?
So it's a good question, and it's why we've asked CDC to do the investigation.
Yes. So what happened?
Well, we need CDC to go in and work with the staff that are at the quarantine station.
The breakdown on the cases: 1 traveled to Italy, the screeners, 13 cases in all, and 4 patients are currently hospitalized with the coronavirus. Is there any possibility there could be more and the hospitals just aren't reporting it? Are you convinced that there are not more patients with coronavirus in hospitals and hospitals are not simply releasing that information?
I'm totally convinced that hospitals will release that information. I am the reliable source about who's positive because I'm the only place that has that information.
She confirmed 3 UCLA students are being tested for the virus and are now in quarantine. No timetable when those test results will come back.
Please don't assume that means that they're positive, because it doesn't.
She said additional labs are now conducting the tests, and she also said this: if you don't feel well.
If your fever is over 100, that is a sign for you to stay home.
Again, she emphasized there has been no spread of this in the communities yet, but she says that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. All of the cases, people had traveled overseas. As for LAX, they said something very startling, that the CDC did not notify them that the 2 screeners had come down with the virus, tested positive. They were aware of the 8 passengers, the CDC let them know, but they said they found out about the screeners through a press release. They wouldn't answer any more specific questions, but they did give us details about the 8 other passengers, the protocol, I should say, on what happens when those 8 were suspected of perhaps having the virus.
LAWA has worked with CBP and CDC to ensure that screening happens away from major public areas and that any passenger identified as at risk or given quarantine orders is held in isolation while awaiting transport to a medical facility or a quarantine location. So far, 8 passengers at LAX have been put in government-sponsored quarantine, with the most recent case more than a week ago.
They also said that from 1 year today, a year ago today, traffic is down 20%. The number of passengers booking flights at LAX, the flights going out, is down 5%. And the general manager said they are prepared in case it gets any worse. Reporting live from LAX, I'm Dave Lopez, KCAL 9 News.
All right.